Vladimir Ridley's like, what are you gonna do now? And Cowboy Johnson actually said something, and he's not allowed to speak unless it's something cool. He like said some shit like, uh. It's been a minute since I released any new comic information about the comic that I'm making. So yeah, here's Cowboy Johnson. He's a side character. He is a villain, right? With me so far? It's for a comic. Anyway, so he's the brother of this other side character who's in the class as our main characters. And she's a hero in training. Her name is Cowgirl, right? So Cowboy Johnson, his power is he can telepathically command any cow within a 30-mile radius, right? And these commands aren't some like go over there, sit. No. He could command a cow how to take apart and put together a gun, among other things. He can command them in a series of complex tasks, as long as he understands the task himself. So, he was the prodigy child of this family of ranchers. Prodigal son turned bad boy of a family of ranchers, right? So, he had a golden goose type situation. He had his own heights he wanted to see. He had a set of traveling circus going around the country, traveling around, and it happened to line up with a series of cow-related incidents, a series of cow-related crimes, you might say, even heists. But it was a setup, enough of a setup to get the attention of the Department of Homeland Security. The Department of Homeland Security raided Cowboy Johnson's ranch. And what they found on that ranch was far more horrifying than the cow heists. What they found on his ranch was a bunch of cows standing upright, wearing rubber gloves, aprons, hairnets, you name it. Cutting cocaine. That's right. Cowboy Johnson had a cocaine cow sweatshop. All hell breaks loose. Bunch of cows on cocaine coming at the Homeland Security people. It's a massacre. So many of his cows died that day. Cowboy Johnson, he's bitter. He wants revenge. He gets put away. He comes back out. Vladimir Ridley approaches him. Multi-billionaire Vladimir Ridley, the father of one of our 4 main superheroes. His power, Vladimir Ridley, is he can predict the stock market. It's just his power. Anyway, so he approaches Cowboy Johnson and he's like, hey, I'll hire you to distract the Homeland Security, the Department of Homeland Security, while they run some portal nonsense through hell and industrialize it. Cowboy Johnson agrees. No negotiation. He's begging to go. Vladimir Ridley hooks him up with some multi-billionaire type resources, some modern steroids. Not even just regular steroids, modern, untested, experimental. Cowboy Johnson stacks that on top of his cocaine. He raids the Department of Homeland Security with a bunch of steroid, cocaine cows. It's like a tidal wave of meat going through there, right? And he just happened to pick a bad time. Just happened to be one of the worst times to raid the Department of Homeland Security because one of our main characters, Overdrive, is on the scene. And Overdrive's his own separate beast. So Overdrive, long story short, he's there because he was in trouble. He had a friend who was involved with the cartel, and he had to fake his friend's death so the cartel would get off his ass. And he the cartel find out about his friend being alive, so he kills all the witnesses. And apparently that's like a big no-no to clear the cartel out of your area. So the Homeland Security people really eat his ass out over that. And during this ass eating, a tidal wave of meat comes forth through the walls. And the Overdrive calls up Cowboy Johnson's sister, Cowgirl. He's like, hey, you want to test out this new railgun we put on your horns the other day? She's like, fuck yeah. And so they come over. There's lasers flying. Earthquakes are happening. Cocaine's flying everywhere. It's a mess. There's cavitation bubbles, decapitation bubbles. Heads are flying. Bodies are unwinding. Right? But in the end, good guys win. Cowboy Johnson gets put away. Not for long, though, because I'll tell you that in a minute. And they have like a big barbecue party at the Department of Homeland Security with all the dead cows. However, they find out after about the cocaine, and that creates its own separate incident where everyone at the Department of Homeland Security is now on cocaine. Anyway, so Cowboy Johnson gets put away for a short time. But part of the deal is multi-billionaire Vladimir Ridley sucks the dick of some politician's wallet in order to get Cowboy Johnson out of federal prison. And Vladimir Ridley is like, what are you going to do now? And Cowboy Johnson, because he's only allowed to speak when he has something cool to say, he like turns to him and is like, I have unfinished business in India, or like some shit like that, right? And so he goes to India. There's a bunch of cows there, right? And he becomes enlightened in India. He uncovers the secrets of the inner path and chi cultivation, as it's known in my comic, the inner path, and begins to cultivate chi. And this kind of expands his power. He's able to expand his radius. And he's able to actually see through the eyes of these cows now. And he starts commanding these cows to cultivate chi. That's right. He abuses his power, because that's all about what this comic is abusing power. To get all these cows to cultivate chi and get super strong. Talking about Goku-style cows walking around. And he comes back to America. The world's changed while he's been gone. There's a new faith in the streets, the faith of the Cetacean Cleric. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the Cetacean Cleric. We're coming up on the ending. So, the Cetacean Cleric, his divine infection or his power is he can talk to dolphins. However, these dolphins tell him a lot of horrifying things, and they teach him eldritch secrets that no human should be able to comprehend. But he does, and he's come up with a bunch of dolphin wizardry and shit, talking about dead baby rituals. And Cowboy Johnson kind of flushes the streets out of the Cetacean Cleric's influence with a bunch of chi-cultivating cows. They're doing a bunch of exorcisms on the dolphin rituals. And this is so far the bare bones information about Cowboy Johnson. A lot more happens. We get more events involving him, but I just thought this would be some of the most exciting stuff involving Cowboy Johnson. Besides, I do have his death planned. Big sacrifice there. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think. If there are any questions, any confusions, I would love to sum it up. I'd love to answer your stuff. And I'm going to be releasing a little bit more comic information, as well as doing some other unrelated projects in the future.